I was deeply moved to learn of the initiative of those writers who decided to do something about the world in which we live, to replace the sounds of war with the sound of a festival.
The whole of the festival was very memorable for me, especially for me as a Palestinian, because what it really meant was that a group of people who are exceptional because they're right and therefore they can communicate their ideas to the outside world, had been invited to look at the situation of my fellow countrymen and women.
They're saying they're going to close us down, but we're moving the opening of PalFest 09 to the French Cultural Center. We're walking down there now.
The last night kind of capped everything that we'd experienced, because we were getting there and suddenly there were phone calls going between all the various bits of the group.
Doug, listen, what can we do to help? We're trying to get as close as we can with the bus to try and get people out. You know?
They're shooting. The people in the tent say they're shooting tear gas around the tent.
Rocks had been thrown, the army had moved in. Could we carry on?
Eventually they went away. And this is the power of the trip itself. We made it happen.
Have you ever heard Arabic in reggae Arabic? Because I'm going to do a reggae in Arabic, but
sounds really bad.
Sounds bad, so you're going to be punished.
فإحنا بنرجو إنه التصريحات تعطى لنا وبأقصى سرعة، لأنه يعني كده أو كده إحنا هنركب الباص وهنتحرك من القاهرة يوم 5 وهنروح معبر رفح.
أنا مهما اتكلمنا عن الفكرة نظرية مش زي إحساسي وأنا ببص على الفيسبوك بشوف رد حد من فلسطين على نوت كنت كتبتها، فبيقول إنه كل قوافل المعونات اللي كانت بتيجي بأطنان المعونات إلى غزة لم تستطع رسم ابتسامة على وجه غزة إلا الوفد اللي جاي محمل بأطنان الأمل والمعرفة والإيمان الحقيقي بالحرية والقدرة على الاختيار والمقاومة. في اللحظة دي حسيت إنه لا، الوفد ده عمل حاجة مختلفة، PalFest عملت حاجة مختلفة، لأنه فكرة تقليص احتياجات الفلسطيني المحتل والمحاصر لأكل وشرب ودواء في ظلم شديد جدا.
الحبسة اللي أنا فاكرها كويس هي الحبسة الأولى بتاعت 2006. كنا مجموعة كبيرة من الرفاق والأصدقاء محبوسين مع بعض، ولأننا محبوسين طحنا بعض مشاكل وخلافات. الخناقات والمشاكل كانت مرتبطة بأن احنا داخل الزنزانة، وأنا بره الزنزانة وشايف أسوار السجن وشايف ما وراء السجن وشايف مأمور السجن، يعني وأنا بتعامل مع كلية الموقف. ما كانش بيبقى الخلافات دي موجودة. الخلافات دي بتبقى موجودة لما يتقفل علينا واحنا جوه الزنزانة مش شايفين إلا بعض. الجزء من الخلل اللي في غزة إنه العدو موجود دائما، قادر على قتلك دائما، لكن أنت ما بتشوفوش.
Medics killed, schools hit, convoys bombed, the injured are dying, the dead are buried in 3 hours. The people pray together and curse. The people mourn loud and quiet, always too loud, not enough. Some must die because they are the vicinity. Some must die because it was written. No, army does not apologize, has never apologized. Authority chases paper, assembly, occupation settles deeper. A great miracle here. The living are dying. And the dying living.
فمريت بتجربة لأول مرة حسيت براحة مطلقة، وحسيت إنه خرجنا بره السجن تماما لما وصلنا للعدو وبقى العدو موجود وخطر حقيقي. ارتحت. بعدين قعدنا مع بعض، يمكن أصفى قعدة قعدتها وأنا في غزة، وحكينا على الزعتر والزيتون وزيت الزيتون والسياسة والثورة والاحتلال والانقسام. يعني فجأة بقى ينفع نحكي عن كل حاجة، وبقت طبيعية جدا وبقت مفتوحة جدا. وبقت إنسانية جدا.
Hebron's by far the most extraordinary place I've ever been, and I spent, I'm sure many of us did, you spent pretty much the whole day on a kind of adrenaline high. At the end of the day, I was really shaking.
These streets of silent shops shadow our path with shuttered rust, and we walk quiet, throats full of unanswered bulldozers as soldiers block off neighbourhoods to the people whose bones have carbonised the ground.
It's a landscape unlike anything I've ever seen. It really is. I mean, it's become a total cliche to talk about Palestine as a dystopia, to talk about apocalypse landscapes. It's become a cliche. But when you go to somewhere like Hebron and you see what's being done to people and what's being done to the city itself, you know where the cliche comes from.
A settler approaches with a video camera, and we ask if he's making a documentary about those few who come to Hebron to witness the apartheid, tell of it what they can to the outside, and he says, with spit spinning around the hooves of his words, "I'm filming you for God."
Being at PalFest becomes a way of bearing witness. You know, you're seeing, you're listening, you're hearing stories. And then, of course, the question is, what do you do with that? What is happening politically, becoming poetry, becoming music, and then coming to us. And, you know, the number of people when you come back who say, tell us what you saw, tell us what you heard.
As a writer, it's coming here and meeting people who are affected, meeting different writers as part of this festival, and putting that story out so it's in dialogue with other stories.
When I first went to the United States in 1991, the word Palestine was taboo, but nowadays there is radical action on US campuses. There is a new younger generation that has more access to information.
This kind of mixture of politics and literature, actually arts in general, is also a way of resistance. It's also of enforcing that life force more and more and strengthening it.
We have learned more from you than anything we could possibly offer in return. And we'll do our best to get the word out about what we have seen.